Okay, I'm recording. Hi and good evening, everybody, and welcome to tonight's Nation training. Training will be hosted by myself this evening. So my name's Carlan Carpenter, and I am Executive District Manager and Independent Consultant with Arbonne International, which is brilliant. To kick off things tonight, I'm going to feel like a newsreader, like a wad of things to announce and celebrations and recognitions and trainings that are coming up. So I'm going to go all through all of those. And then after I've done those, I will be doing a training tonight on 10 habits of highly successful people. I've been listening to a great lady on YouTube. She's called Simply Nay, and this is where I've got my training for tonight. So you might want to get a pen and paper for later on. But actually, if I'm honest, don't get a pen and paper. Just watch it back and just listen, because I haven't got any slides. I'm just going to go with the flow. I've got my own notes to read from. But to begin with, let's start with, right, write these down. Melton Region Training and Recognition is on Monday the 7th of August, and that is 7 till 9. DA's coming up, so on the 3rd of August at 7 p.m. for a 7:30 start in Sutton Coldfield with Jade Brimfield and Fiona McCarthy. There's one in Nottingham on the 1st of August at Castle Marina Holiday Inn with Zoe Allen and Beth Dansky. There's one in Derby on the 14th of August with Lucy West and Hayley Clugston. That might be my writing, at the Jury Inn. On Tuesday, the 22nd of August, there's one at 7:30 at the Holiday Inn in Nottingham on Bostock Lane. Again, I think that's a 7:30 start, and that's with Lucy West and Sue Godfrey. Then there's one on the 14th of August at 7:30 in Stamford at the William Cecil Hotel with Fiona McCarthy, Angela Brunning and Rebecca Dean. So they're the ones that you can take guests to. But recently we've started doing the lives on the Hello Future page. And hosting those over the next 2 weeks are Charlotte Dunn and Sarah. And I'm just going to meet you all out. I'll get. Okay, Charlotte Dunn and Sarah Stovald on the 3rd of August, and on the 9th of August is Kelly Bromley and Kelly Atkinson. So if you've got people that you have launched into the Hello Future page, maybe they've tried some products or they've expressed an interest in the business before, you can jump on to that live and then you can invite them to watch that at the time that it's happening on the 14th. I don't know. If there's other things, put them in the messenger. I'm literally just repeating what I've got told. So they're on the Hello Future page, so you can invite those people in. So when we do get talking to people, it's a really good idea to ask them if it's okay to add them into this Hello Future group, because we're now doing the live DAs in there, and people can watch them and jump on if they can't get to them live, which is really handy. So they're the DAs. Then we've got Nation Celebration. So Fiona McCarthy's Nation Celebration on the 25th of August, and that's from 7:30 till midnight, and it's at the Wittering Grange in Peterborough. It's £25 and drinks on arrival, refreshments and live music, and the dress code is party wear. So obviously it's going to be amazing. So there are links for all of everything that I've said already. So all of the DAs, they're all on the Do More page, and there is a booking link on the Do More page for the Nation Celebration as well. But if you don't know anything, just write it in the chat and someone will tell you where it is. But it is on Do More page. That's that one. Right, so recognition. We've got a lot. Okay, so please forgive me if I don't say names correctly. I'll do my best. So new independent consultants this week, so only in the last 6 days. are Holly Gilson, sponsored by Carol Sutton Houghton. Jennifer Phillips, sponsored by Esmeralda Pearson. Hayley Hallfleck, sponsored by Danny Wells. Jessica Evans, sponsored by Catherine Wilkinson. Zara Taylor, sponsored by Danny Wells. And Josie Brooks, sponsored by Tina Heslop. Again, might be my writing, sorry. Then I've got district manager bonus this week was Carol Sutton Houghton, sponsored by myself and Danny Wells as well. So well done. And then independent, so the independent consultants bonus, so the parts 1 and 2. Parts 1 has been completed by Esmeralda Pearson, sponsored by Donna Remit. I can't pronounce the name. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. This is so embarrassing because she taught me how to say it as well. I'm not even going to attempt. So sponsored by Caroline Sutton Houghton. I'm so sorry. Jennifer Phillips, sponsored by Esmeralda Pearson. Well done, guys. Sarah Dutton, sponsored by Carol Sutton Houghton. And Catherine Wilkinson, sponsored by Jessica Evans. So you all did your independent consultant bonus part 1, and I promise I will learn to say your name properly, and I will drum it into my head.
Can I say it?
Can you say it? Yeah, how do I say it?
Eva Wojciechowska.
Eva Wojciechowska.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Thanks. Right, okay, so we've still got more. So congratulations to Caroline Stalker, who achieved her area manager booster pack. So by maintaining area for the first 2 months of her being an area manager, Arbonne have gifted her this amazing pack of it. It's got a Genius Ultra in it and a bag and all sorts. So that's on her way to her. So Caroline's sponsored by Carol. Then Caroline Stalker has also achieved the July incentive bag. So for July, Arbonne set an incentive. If you did 2,500 PQB, new and you, so people you sponsor this month, people you sponsor this month, and your clients. So 2,500 PQB and one new consultant with 500 PQB, I think that is. You get the incentive bag. And then we've also got a new district manager in qualifications, Sarah Dutton, sponsored by Carol Sutton Houghton. Well done. And last but not least, I tried to save it to the end. Everyone's done really well. We've got a new district manager in the house. This is amazing. Well done, Sarah Hellstrip, sponsored by Danny Wells. I met Sarah at the I met Sarah when we went for the team building day, and it's just such a legend. I am so proud of you. And new district manager in qualification, Jennifer Phillips as well, sponsored by Esmeralda Pearson. So well done, and well done, Sarah. If I forgot anybody, I'm really sorry. Do pop it in the chat. If I've got time at the end, I will share that. But if not, we'll make sure it gets on next week. Okay, so that is recognition and everything else done. So I hope everyone got that. What an incredible week it's been this week. Everyone's been on fire. It's been amazing. I think you can tell Danny Wells is back. Right, okay, so let's have a look. Right, okay, so my training this evening is on 10 habits of highly successful people. I think when we come on these trainings, I know I do, you want the answer, don't you? You want somebody to tell you what the answer is. How do you do it? How do you do it? How do you get to the next bit? I don't, and we get told ways of doing it, but we always feel like we want the answer. And the truth is there is no one answer. There is tons of different ways of doing it, but it's all about the things that you do in your life that help you to achieve your goals. So at the beginning of this financial year, I've got to get a drink. At the beginning of this financial year, we all set ourselves goals, whether we were in the business at the time or not. we would have all said to ourselves, this year I'm going to make sure I do this, or this year I'm going to make sure that I book a holiday for the kids. So you might not have been in Arbonne then, but part of your decision for then joining Arbonne was to make those goals happen. And if you were already at Arbonne, we set our own goals. You know, some of us said we were going to be area managers, we're going to be region managers, we're going to be DM bonus achievers, we're going to go, you know, we're going to set those goals. And on top of those, we're going to book our holidays for our children. We're going to make our paycheck mean that we can leave work. We all set these big, big goals in January. So when we set those goals, that's great. And then we're on fire, aren't we? Because we really want to go. But we're now in August. We're on the 8th month of 12. So it's now really is the time to dust off those goals, kind of open your goal sheet again, or write down what it was that you told yourself in January that you wanted to achieve, and see where you're at with that. Because the year is not over. Don't wait until next January to go, I'm going to do loads. Because whatever you want to do, you can still achieve. It's just that you're going to start doing it now. You've given yourself enough of a break. So now's the time to revisit the goals. So ways to help make those happen. So number one, so the first habit is declutter and clean your space. So deep clean, and my husband's laughing. So deep clean and declutter regularly. So don't hoard onto things that you do not need. So if your workspace is a mess, you need to clear that workspace. You need to have a clear train of path. You need to make sure that everything around you is clear for you to move forward. So if you've got clothes in your wardrobe that have been there for 3 years and you never wear them, go and get rid of this one. Can you stop laughing? I'm a hoarder and he's laughing is the thing. I'm learning to declutter, I'm sorry. So so if you've got clothes in your wardrobe, get rid of them. You don't need them there. And it's the same with your business. So I'm going to try and keep bringing these points back to Arbonne. If you've got things in your Arbonne business that are cluttering up you moving forward, you need to declutter. You need to strip away everything that isn't necessary, so that you've got a clean path of focus. So you can channel your thoughts in a sensible direction, really. So there's number two, good quality sleep. Now, us mums on here are laughing. Good quality sleep is pretty hard to come by sometimes, but it's not necessarily about the duration of sleep that we have, but the quality of sleep that we have, and what we can do to allow ourselves to have a good sleep. And one of the biggest things that I read when I was doing some research for this was to put your phone down an hour before bed. Do not have your phone out an hour before bed. So if you're committing to yourself that you're going to go to bed at 10 o'clock, put your phone down at 9 o'clock if that's the best that you can do. So I know we all run businesses, but don't take your phone to bed and work in your bed. You need to allow your brain to sleep. You need to allow yourself to rest. Because if you don't, your body doesn't learn how to switch itself off. So it's like leaving the television on, when it's on, what's it called? Like, is it reset? Standby. When you put your TV on standby. So you don't quite switch it off, you leave it on standby, and gradually it kind of like powers out, and your TV won't last as long as if you switched it off at the plug every night. So it's one of those things. So good quality sleep. So it doesn't matter about the duration. I know some of us have children. When the baby wakes up in the middle of the night, don't check your phone. Try and leave your phone on the side. Get an alarm clock, get a clock. Don't be distracted by your phone, and just allow yourself and your brain to breathe and to switch off. So invest in yourself. So take care of your body. So take care of the things that you eat, the way that you move. Try and do some regular exercise. Be clean and hygienic, and nurture your body and help, because this helps with your confidence. If you are feeling good on the inside, you will radiate goodness on the outside. You will feel it, you will look it, you will glow, because that's what happens. If you're feeling a bit shitty, you're going to look a bit like that too. And if you know, because that's what you're radiating out, basically. So you know, when like you're feeling a bit like ill, so if you've got a cold or something, and you slump on the sofa and you've got your slouches on, haven't you, and you've got your tissues up your nose, and you've got your hair in a messy bun, and your mascara's halfway down your face, and you really don't want to answer the door to the postman, right? You feel a certain way when you're dressed like that. That's ill. So I'm ill, and this is how I look when I'm ill. This is me doing ill. You need to change that to help make yourself feel better. So you need to eat good food, you need to get yourself dressed, you need to do your hair, you need to do your makeup, you need to wash, you need to change your pants. And then you feel better instantly, just because you've made that change, you've got up. So again, so the third one was invest in yourself in terms of like feeling good and food and exercise and just looking after your body. Okay, so number 4 is visualize. So visualize those goals. So the big ones and the small ones. So think about things like, what will you wear at your car presentation? What will your family photo look like when you're on that holiday? What will it look like when the AIT. So when you've taken your family to the AIT trips, what's your family picture going to look like? What are you all going to look like standing by the pool or eating at the restaurant? Visualize it. What are the kids going to be wearing? What dodgy shorts has the husband got on? You know, think about it. Think about exactly what it looks like, and just take yourself there for a minute. Really focus on what that feels like. So what's your typical week now? So think about what's a typical week now to what a typical week you want. So what will your week look like? Have you been able to give up your job? Have you been able to give up your normal 9-to-5 job and focus on doing Arbonne full time? And if that's the case, what are you doing with your days? What's it look like? Are you being able to have something back for yourself? So really get into the mindset of looking at what life is going to be and really visualizing it. So taste it, see it, smell it, and your goal, make it 3D in your mind. And when we visualize a goal, it keeps our path nice and clear. So a bit like decluttering everything. But when we don't, our goal tends to stay still, because we don't have a clear path. So I was trying to think of comparison for this, and the way that I can think of this is a bit like Dorothy when she finds her yellow brick road. So she lands, doesn't she? She lands in Wizard of Oz, wherever she is, and she has got a yellow brick road in front of her. She's got a clear goal. She's got a clear vision of exactly what she needs to do. She needs to go and see the wizard, and she needs to get there. Her vision, her road is mapped out. It's clear. She can see exactly where she's got to go. It's nice and gold and yellow. That doesn't mean that she doesn't meet obstacles along the way. That doesn't mean that she doesn't stumble and she doesn't fall over and she doesn't want to turn back and just wish it hadn't all happened. It just means that her road is clear because she's focused and she's committed on getting to the other side of it. So she then embraces those goals. She then embraces those tiny slip-ups, but also she helped all along the way, and those people that she's helping all along the way ultimately help her at the end. But if she didn't have a focus on where her goal was, and she didn't see where she needed to get, then her road wouldn't have been gold. It would have been layered with leaves and glitter and mud, because that's all she could see. She knew she needed to get to the other side, but she had 1,000 other obstacles in her way, and she would have had to have cleared those and cleared that, so she wouldn't have had the focus. So visualizing your goal, the best way I can describe it is like, make yourself Dorothy, put yourself in her shoes and follow your yellow brick road to the end where you want to be. So basically put yourself in connection with your goal. So number 5, reading. So reading, oh my goodness, I can't see everybody right now, but I bet if I asked you right now, how many times have you been told to read since becoming an area manager, since you put me off, Danny, since becoming an independent consultant, how many times have you been told to read? Like loads, everyone's been told to read, right? And how many times you go, does it really help? I can promise you, I have not read one thing since doing the research for this training where it didn't say read, and quite often it was right at the top. Like everyone was like, seriously, it's like, so, seriously, dude, like, do you not go out with an umbrella when it's raining? Like, you need to read. You need to read. And you need to read whatever's going to focus you. There's no point us all reading exactly the same books at exactly the same time, because we don't all have exactly the same blocks. Some of us find it difficult to talk to people. Our books need to be channeled and focused on that, because that's an area of development we need to work on. Some of us are amazing at talking to people, but we might not have a lot of self-belief. So we need to read a book that is about self-belief, and we need to focus on that and channel those and channel whatever those books are saying. So it's not necessarily about picking up any old book and saying, oh, I read. No, read what's going to help you. Doesn't matter what other books have helped other people if it's not an area that you need to improve on. So moving on. So basically, I found a comparison for this as well. I was trying to really explain why reading. And also, guys, if you can't read or you don't find reading comfortable, there's an app called Audio, and this is what I use. You can download one book a month from Audio. They give you a free credit, and you can listen to it. And it's really nice because it for people that aren't natural readers, or it's not something you naturally go to, they give you like little stickers when you've read 3 times, or you've listened to your audio 3 times in the afternoon on a regular basis. So it kind of, yeah, it's great. They kind of like recognize that you're coming back and you're reading. And honestly, after 7 months, you go, oh my God, I did 7 books. And you can go back to those at any time. And when other people ask you, oh, what book do you recommend for this? You can literally go on your phone and go, oh, it's this one. And I did exactly that this weekend. I was able literally to go on my audio app and help someone with a book. So I do really recommend that. If you're not a fan of actual books, the alternative is downloading audio and listen to it instead. I tend to listen to mine in the gym. So the comparison to reading. So to move forward, to wake up in the morning, to walk down the street, we need to fuel our bodies, don't we? So we need to eat. So we eat our food. We drink our protein shakes. We move forward, okay? And that keeps our body moving forward. That keeps us nice and fit to go to our exercise classes. We keep ourselves in shape. But our body isn't the only thing that we need to feed. We need to feed our brain too. So if we are only feeding our body food, we're only, a certain amount of food will get us through a certain amount of the day. But if we've got a bigger day and we've got lots and lots and lots and lots of things going on, we need to absorb more food. Or if it's a really hot day, we need to absorb more water. And the brain's the same. So if you are trying to move forward and you are trying to develop yourself and you are trying to make your business successful, then you need to feed your brain. Otherwise, it won't know how to help you move forward. So unless you're feeding your brain, you're not going to move forward. And the only way to do that is by learning and by reading. And literally, that is it. So that's the only way to say it. So every time you hear people say to you, you need to read, you need to develop yourself, it's purely because you need to feed your brain so that it can move forward and help be your business, basically. So that was number 5. We are getting through them, sorry. So number 6, change your scenery. I love this one. I hadn't thought about it like it before. How many of us have a weekly routine or a daily routine? We get up, we make the breakfast, I don't know, you might make the bed, you go for walks, you take the kids to school, you go to Morrison's, you come back from Morrison's, you potter around the house, you might do some of your business work, you then do this, you then do that, and pretty much your everyday has its own pattern and is very similar, right? You need to change your scenery, because all the time that you're doing the same things day in, day out, again, nothing's moving forward because nothing is changing. So you need to walk a different way to school. You need to maybe not drive to school, walk instead. Go to a different supermarket. I wrote down different examples. Do a new group exercise class. Play at a different park. Walk to a different way to school, because successful people are always busy. They are always busy, but they're always doing different things or going to new places and absorbing new experiences and new scenery. And that is what you need to do. So if you feel like you've got no one new to talk to, or you feel like no one's supporting you, or maybe no one will host a party for you, that's because you're surrounding yourself with exactly the same people all the time. So of course they're not. You can't keep like churning through the same churn, because then you'll just end up with nothing. So you literally, you need to make new scenery, and it is as simple as that. And that might take time, but you need to, even if that means on Facebook, if you scroll on Facebook and you look at the same things, change what you're doing on Facebook, go onto some new groups, find some new pages, talk to some new people. It's as easy as that. So like I say, if you are doing the same thing day in, day out, go and change it. Don't change it all at once. Do a little bit by little bit. Otherwise, it's all a bit overwhelming and you might freak out. But we're not telling you to change your whole entire life. Just little pockets of things that might benefit you in your business. Okay, so once you've done that, so once you've made those changes, you then become comfortable again. Don't become comfortable again. Make another little change. So that's what it's about. It's about making the small changes and always stepping one step out of your comfort zone. Because if you're comfortable doing what you're doing, then you need to do more, because you're not going to move forward. Because that comfort is only going to take you to the place that you're at. Okay, so number 7 is giving. So it's time for us to give to other people. And that's ultimately what our job is, which is, great. We give such amazing advice to people and these samples to people, and we help them. But I mean a little bit more than that. So try and find a way of giving up, maybe volunteer, maybe donate your 3-year-old wardrobe that you don't wear anymore. Go and donate it. Go and help someone else with it. Maybe help a friend out. Is there a friend local to you that might just need a little bit of help? The more we give out to others, the more we will get back. So by helping others, you are making them feel good, and consequently that will carry like a bubble, and that bubble, and then we share it and we share it and share it, and we give lots and lots of people this kindness, and it comes back. It really, really does come back. And just think that one kind thing that you did for one person today, it's like you gift them this like little bubble, like that person was so nice to me, like, and I felt like it before, and then I've been nicer to somebody else, and then they give that bubble to somebody, and it's just a nice way to live. To try and find a way of doing or giving or helping like people as much as possible, because ultimately that just makes you, 1, a really nice person, and 2, well, it'll make you happy, and it does come back. It does. So number 8, stick to your goals. So organize and research and commit to your goals. You can set weekly, monthly, daily. It's up to you. But if you reach your goal, take it to another step. So I don't know, I want to Roger. So you go, I'm going to be a Roger Bannister in August. Brilliant. Once you get to Roger Bannister, don't go, it's 15th of the month and I've been a Roger, so I don't need to do anything now. No. You then go, okay, well, I've done this. Okay, so if I can do this, my next goal is to bonus. I'm going to become I'm going to do my DM bonus. So then you change your goal. So it's not about hitting a goal and then going, oh, done it. You've got to keep moving that bar, because if you don't keep moving your bar, you're not going to keep moving. There's a theme running today. You can see it. So if you reach a goal, blah, blah, yeah. And move out your comfort zone. So make sure your goals are versatile and don't have a one-dimensional goal. So don't say to yourself, I want to be region. That's great, but that's it. So if that's all you can see, where's all the bits around it? There needs to be your goal. You need to be able to see what that goal is. So by saying it is great. You know, I want to be region, but what does that mean? What does that actually mean? I want to be region. Everyone wants to be region. Everyone wants to be nation. But what does that mean? So, so with that, so you say, my goal is ultimately to become region, and in doing so, I want to improve my physical health. This is just an example. Improve my physical health, develop my personal development. I want to quit my day job, pay for school trips, a big family holiday, achieve DM, AM bonuses, AIT trips, walk the stage at AAC. Visualize what achieving region actually is. And this way you can organize your time to achieve it by producing those goals and by achieving the goals, and ultimately you build up to the bigger goals because they're all the byproduct of the bigger goal. And it's important to us as humans to feel like we're achieving things. We love to achieve things, don't we? So we love to know that we've done something and it's great. And I haven't met one person who can honestly say they don't love a pat on the back. Like, we all love a pat on the back, right? So if that's the case, then allow yourself to get those pats. If you just say, I want to be region, that's great, but you've got a long way to go before you get a pat on the back. Set all the goals in between so that so you can just keep going. Like, oh, I did this one, that's great. You know, and if you do stumble, it's okay, because you've got a little bit of a cushion, because you've been achieving along the way. So it's all right if you have a bit of a wobble. That's okay, because you can build. Because again, it's about building. It's about coming out of your comfort zone. And also make sure that your goals don't just revolve around one thing. Make sure that you are thinking about your health, your children, your family, and work, and all of the other things that come with achieving such incredible results. So number 9 is yoga and meditation. The more you control your stress and your thoughts and your heart rate, the more successful you will be. So if you can clear your mind and become really self-aware and just take some time to be appreciative and grateful of what you have around you, and just clear, focus, breathe in and drive, the more confidence you will have. So last one, I promise. My mouth's going to dry, sorry. Okay, so number 10. This is my favorite one. Sorry. To socialize. So that's number 10. Socialize. Get yourself out there. So surround yourself with people that make you happy. So to quote Nay from the scene, she said, "You are who you hang out with," and it is true. So if you're hanging around and you're spending your time with really negative mums and maybe they just moan all the time, and you try and put your input in and try and be a bit sparking and knock you down, then maybe just go to a different park next week and see if you can find someone that's playing that might just want a happy conversation today, because that's okay. You can still be with your other friends, but don't spend all of your time surrounded by people that are negative. Don't cut them off. That's not the right thing to do, because they are your friends, that you have other common interests. just don't absorb all of your time around them. So build good quality friendships and relationships with people. Apparently, that's the one thing that makes people the happiest. So if you good quality relationships is what makes people the happiest. So that's what came up in my research, and that's the number one thing that makes people happy. So it's not about the quantity of friends you have, but the quality of the friendships that you make. So when you're connecting with people on Facebook, and we do this, and we do this all the time. I was out the other week, and the other day, and I was prospecting when I was in Cambridge, and I got a few contacts, and we've connected on Facebook, and now it's about making those good quality friendships and relationships with those. I don't know. I've not spoken to them about Arbonne. I don't know if Arbonne's going to be a fit for them, but I will know if I go out of my way to build a quality friendship with those people. So go and socialise. Don't try not to turn down, unless you're going for a really, really, really big promotion. And in which case, obviously, it needs to be 100% like Arbonne. But to get to there, you need to know the people. You need to meet the people. So kind of take it back a few steps, and then and don't say no to going to a date with a mate because she wants a glass of wine with a friend, because you need to build quality friendships and quality relationships with people to move forward. We need people in this business because we need people to help. So it's about finding people that we can help and building those friendships with. So just because I missed it off, one of the tasks that came up was to track 7 days of your week. So how long you sleep for, how much time you spend watching TV, how much time you spend cooking, washing, socialising, working, taking the kids to kids clubs, reading, you name it. How much time do you spend on a 7-day period doing that? So you literally, what you need to do, if you wanted to, is write down for a week, keep a journal of how much time you spent doing all those things. I mean, literally everything, sleeping. And then write a subcategory of priorities in your life. So and prioritize your goals. Like, where do they come? And then look at those 2 time slots and go, right, okay, well, I probably don't need to watch the 3rd episode of that box set that I've kind of got into. So I could cut it down to 1 episode a day as opposed to 3, and spend the hour, because they're usually about an hour long, or 2 hours if you watch 2. I could probably spend that helping a team, growing some quality relationships, or I could spend that exercising my body, or I can spend that time reading a new book, or I can spend that time taking some time out for myself to just relax my brain. So you've written your priority list, and then just see where you can make small shifts, okay, so that you can really make sure that what your activity during a normal average week is in the priority order of what your goals are. And remember, we're not just talking about the one big Arbonne goal, but all those other goals that are in between those as well. So that completes my training this evening. So they were the 10 tips from the research that I've done. I do recommend following Simply Nay on YouTube. She's really good. And yeah, so I'm going to say goodbye to everybody, and thank you very much.